Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again in this YouTube astrological segment. I'm going to be talking about having a Scorpio moon in a natal chart. Now, first off, what I want to get at is some of you may remember when I first started my YouTube astrology channel, I did a series on the moon signs, and they were a little bit concise, and some people may have referred to them as snappy. So what I decided to do was do another series on them in which they would be a little bit longer and more descriptive than the previous ones. So anyway, first thing up is Scorpio Moon. Well, the moon in astrology is connected with our unconscious side. And having a moon in Scorpio, that unconscious side can be very probing, incisive, quick-witted, quick in speech as well, passionate, being able, going beyond the surface, subterfuge and superficiality, seeing through, the phony facades of others, and also be very empowering. Scorpio moon, may be very secretive and not always, consciously aware of it. They can be rather guarded and have a difficult time, allowing, others into their life, and unless they really know them very well. And also too, on the unconscious side for Scorpio Moon, some other things. Um, the person may be, in some negative instances, vengeful, needs to guard against, vengeful behavior. Remember that the moon is also connected with our reactions and responses to things. So this is something, to guard against, as far as reactions to things. There may be some need, to go, get the person back after they've hurt the Scorpio moon person. Also on unconscious level, the person can be obsessive with things and also relentless. And Scorpio is a fixed sign, of course. On the conscious level, there could be tremendous fixity and purpose. And even, if you have, say this is, you say your sun and ascendant signs are non-fixed signs, and you have a rather weak in terms of fixed element in your chart, but the Scorpio moon can still balance that out a little bit and give more, fixity in the nature than otherwise indicated. And also on an unconscious level, the Scorpio moon person may be rather willful and really deep in things. They often, desire, deep intimate connections with others and going deep, into matters, researching things deeply, but in a negative manifestation can be manipulative, and they may be rather good at this, and this is not always such a good thing though. Now, the moon in astrology is also connected with our emotional needs. So having a Scorpio moon, emotional needs can include having that the power and control, whether it's over a person, a situation, solving mysteries. Scorpio in general, can be enamored with getting to the bottom of things, solving puzzles, and also things that are complex as well. And this is on Scorpio moon. The emotional needs can be connected with having things that are complex, or could be just you're trying, interested in complex subjects, seeing the complexity in matters rather than just looking at the basic part of it. And also transformation as well, whether it's on a physical level, emotional level, whether it's transforming things, whether it could be a vehicle, it could be doing something simply with recycling, or renovating a home. But Scorpio moon's emotional needs can be connected with that, and also support as well, whether it's emotional, monetary, or moral support. This could be an emotional need for Scorpio moon people. And the supernatural, which can, is connected with the occult, which can include astrology. That's another thing that can be, as far as an emotional need for Scorpio moon people. Things that are connected with psychology, seeing the psychological aspect of matters. And also to sex could be, more of that need for Scorpio than Moon than for others. I mean, I understand sex could be a need for virtually everybody, regardless of astrological placements, but for a Scorpio Moon person, it may be more emphasized than most others. Now, also to shared resources as well. Scorpio Moon people may have that emotional need to have things, in terms of, like a shared resources situation, which could include a business connection. The moon in astrology is also associated with the mother. So the mother may actually be a Scorpio, sun, moon, or ascendant person, or simply embody, Scorpio characteristics. The mother may be somebody that's very probing, incisive, a person that goes beyond facades, a person that's empowering, able to transform others, as some examples. And also too, the mother may have been someone that encouraged you again to go beyond subterfuge, superficial, go beyond phony facades of other people. Now the moon in astrology is also connected with the home, the family, and people you're close to home with. So the same could apply, as I stated, about the mother. The same could apply for these people, people that are family members, people you're close to home with, maybe Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant people, or simply embody Scorpio traits. These people can be rather deep, transforming, but but the home life can be sometimes one with a lot of upheaval and crisis involved in it. Um, there may be, it could be one where people are secretive, where you may be dealing with others. That could be very controlling, very manipulative, and also people that can also be sneaky and surreptitious as well. And the thing is, at some point in time, you may be somebody that may have very strong interest in, like, literally transforming the home, like making, renovation to it. And also, the thing about this too is that, you may have, home family members. Some of them may be, into forensic science or detectives, or just an investigation, as some examples. Now, the moon in astrology is also connected with our reactions and responses. So having a Scorpio moon, the reactions and responses can be ones that are very, passionate, have a lot of emotional intensity, can be ones which are, the person is very quick-witted, um, extreme though, and some cases there can be innate suspicion. The reaction to things often can be one where the Scorpio moon becomes suspicious or cynical and wants to do, I want to do all this research and trying to make sure that everything is copacetic and what was stated was true. And it's okay though to do checks on things and people or what have you, but there may be more of a need to do it, more so than what's necessary. So Scorpio needs to guard against that. And also, the responses, again, as I was talking about earlier, Scorpio Moon people have to be careful regarding being overly, vengeful in things, and, just responding to things just to try to get someone back, and it's not always, necessary. It's important to remember, if you wanted to, get justice about, doing it, the legal way through the law. But anyway, the moon in astrology is also associated with our memories. And Scorpio moon people may be dominated by their memories may be dominated by, matters connected with transformation, or recycling, or insurance, obliterating things, whether it's putting a business to an end, a relationship that was, say, detrimental to him or her to an end, as some examples. It could be matters with psychology, or even support, maybe horror movies as well, things that are associated with the supernatural, includes the occult, and the occult can include astrology as well. Power struggles, dealing with upheavals, just things of an extreme nature, dealing with crisis situations, as some examples. And The moon in astrology also corresponds with the public, and how a person may feel that need to be recognized. And having a Scorpio moon, the person may feel need to be recognized, somebody that's resilient, resourceful, somebody that's able to bounce back from adversity, somebody that's strong-willed, may be adept in psychology or locksmithing or the occult, even, which includes astrology, forensics, investigation, as some examples. Now, the moon is also connected with our feelings and emotions, and having a Scorpio moon, the feelings, the emotions may often be convoluted. They could be very powerful and intense as well. And it's also about, often feeling like controlling, someone or something. But the emotions and feelings can be rather turbulent at times and extreme. So, and again, very intense. As Scorpio Moon, people can often feel, irritable and bitter as well. You know, and the other thing is, of course, you got to look for contraindicators and modifying influences in the natal chart. Somebody with a Scorpio Moon, say, has Sagittarius ascendant, may come across as a lot more, jocular, jovial, optimistic, happy-go-lucky, more so than the typical Scorpio moon, something as an example. Anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment. Until next time, Edwin Learnard saying stay well.